Hey cactus friends, it's Jenny from Cookie's Cacti. Oh, it's a relief to be back behind the camera again. It's so much easier when I don't have to watch how I appear in front of the camera. Anyway, so as of recording today, it has been 2 weeks since I recorded the Who is Dead video after our almost 1 week of freezing overnight lows. From that video, you could see there was already some issues with what looked like a rust fungus, and it has gotten worse over the past 2 weeks. If you remember this Ortegocactus macdougallii in that video, look at how bad it is now. And as usual, I am filming right before the sun is going down, so it's kind of dark, but I think you can still see how it's been getting worse. And I've noticed that this, I guess, rust fungus is like rampantly breaking out in this grow area. And I've been talking to some people and they say that it's caused or that it's more difficult to control, or it runs rampant like this when it's cold, it's wet, and they're inside this, these plants are all inside this kind of a somewhat enclosed space where the airflow is restricted by the shade cloth here. But there's only so much I can do. I do have the option of maybe getting a fan out here and making the airflow better, but these guys are all sitting outside. We got another bout of rain, gosh, I think it was like earlier last week, and after that rain, this fungus has just gotten worse. So let me show you. You see, it's everywhere. I'm using my old camera because then I can zoom. Let's see. These Copiapoa, like the coquimbana, I actually had a bit of this breakout, or rust breakout, last year indoors as well, so I know that they're susceptible to it. And you can see, these have scars on them from past infections, and I wouldn't be surprised if they start coming down with it again this year. Let me show you. Some of this is not as obvious, but these are coalescents. Can you see those spots? Here, let me make them, let me spray it down with a little bit of water. It'll make it even more obvious. I'll just do a little bit, not a lot. So I have sprayed a bit of water on these Astrophytum coalescents, and then you can really see that spot, or spots. And, the fuzziness, the trichomes on these coalescents are pretty dense and quite thick, so it's actually hard to see, but once you wet them down, you can even barely see it there. See, it's underneath all those trichomes. So it's actually all over the Astrophytum. Not all of them, but primarily on the Astrophytum. Let me see if I can find more. I think that's also the fungus. Let's see what else. It's really obvious over here. Oh, this is really obvious. Look at that. Look at that. And when it's wet, it's even more obvious, but we don't even need to wet it down. And you see, like, some of these Astrophytum are clear, but some of the bigger ones in the back are also coming down with that fungus. Let's see if I can show you. Oh, like here. Here, you see that? So this is definitely something I'm struggling with right now. The mammillaria, actually even the mammillaria, do you see that? That orange spot there? The saguaro seem to be fine. Primarily Astrophytum. Oh, look at that. Look at that. My goodness. See if there's anything else that's really obvious. Of my more mature Astrophytum, so far I've only seen it on this guy. See that? All those orange spots. This side as well. But the other ones seem to be okay. And the ones over here are doing okay. This big clump. I feel like I see a little bit of sign of something there. Sorry, it's really dark. The plants over here seem to be free of that fungus. There's some more. Oh, right, look at this. Coryphantha. Can you see that? There's like orange spots all over it. Oh, look at that. Here, very obvious. So, I am definitely struggling a bit with this fungus, which is just sort of running rampant through this space. And I got some advice from several folks about how to manage this. So let me show you what I've got so far. So this is a copper fungicide. I think it's pretty widely known and pretty widely used, because if you look up something like this on Amazon, this is probably the first item that shows up. So it's Captain Jack's copper fungicide, and it's made by, is it Bonide or Bonide? So I did spray, I think it was 3 days ago, I did spray like the Ortegocactus and some of these plants that were really obviously coming down with the fungus with this stuff. And I'm going to wait a little bit and see if it's effective, and then I'll probably repeat the treatment again. However, I was advised by a very senior member of our Cactus Society on another treatment option. Let me show you that one. So this is the treatment recommended by Chris, who's one of the senior members of the Cactus Society here, and he also works at Arizona Cactus Sales sometimes. So he recommended this by Southern Ag. It's called Garden Friendly Fungicide, and this particular product is bacteria based, so more of a natural treatment option that uses bacteria called Bacillus something over here, which feeds off of fungus. And he says that he typically treats with this during the winter when these plants are dormant, and then when they're actually in their growing cycle, you can use systemic. So he told me to wait 5 days after I put the copper fungicide already on the plants. Wait 5 days and I can try this. And then he said you basically mix, I think, 1 tablespoon in a gallon and then use a sprayer, and you can spray everything. Also as a preventative measure on the plants that are not already infected with the fungus. So I think I'm going to switch over to this just because it seems like it's a bit more of a natural treatment. It kind of reminds me of like a probiotic. So I'm going to come back in 2 days and do a full spray on everybody, because I think we're going to get more rain possibly, which of course Arizona needs very badly, but also wreaks some havoc on the plants. Anyway, so just an update on this, and let me know in the comments below how you handle breakouts like this. Like you can see some color there as well. There was another individual who contacted me saying that he has used sulfur powder successfully before by just literally putting the sulfur powder directly on those infected spots. So definitely some different treatment options available. And this is not a comprehensive list of treatment options by any means. I'm sure that there are other methods available as well, but these are, because this is like running rampant through the growing area, I need something a little bit stronger that's more effective to kind of stop it from spreading at the very least. And unfortunately, I did learn that you can treat this fungus, but it's going to leave marks on the plants. That kind of ruins the ability to be able to sell some of these plants, for example, before, I'm going to have to wait till they grow out of the scars and the, oh gosh, look at that, kind of the cosmetic things I'll have to grow out of. Man, I don't know how professional nurseries operate. I mean, we've had everything from grower error to birds coming in and destroying things to now a fungus breakout. I think I see something even on my Copiapoa. Oh no. That's not good. Oh, the challenges of growing. And I can do this for fun, but if my livelihood depended on these plants, I would be in really big trouble. See if this is still doing okay. Thank goodness. My gosh, this had better not get infected. These look okay. So just a quick update on my plants. And just a quick follow-up also on that whole video on PlantStory. So I am trying to think about how to go about that, and I've got some ideas. Thank you to those of you who did sign up using my referral link. And if you're an existing user already, you can also get the $15 credit by using my code, which I'll put in the description below. You would go to, I'll take a picture of where the link is, but basically you go to your app, go to your account, go to the settings, and go to the place where you can refer friends. And then on that page, there's a link that allows you to, once you click on it, it allows you to enter in a referral code, and then you'll get that same $15 credit if you haven't done so already. And so the plan is that all the credits that I earn through this referral program, I will use towards a giveaway. And enough of you have signed up that we can actually make that giveaway happen. But I would like to have even more to give away, if you will. And I'm trying to think about the logistics of how to do that. And I think it's going to have to be more of a traditional giveaway. So I'll have a set of plants. And then what I'm thinking of doing is hosting potentially a live on PlantStory if it's possible. And then we'll do some cookies, cacti, YouTube trivia. And then the winners will win the plants that I purchased with the credits that y'all helped me earn on PlantStory. So that's the idea. I don't know if that will happen, but that's what I'm hoping I can get to happen. So a little bit of a shorter video for you all today. I really hope that no more plants get infected with that fungus. This is pretty bad. I'm going to spray everybody down with this stuff on Monday and then hope that it helps keep things under control. Take care, y'all. Hope your plants are all doing well and you are doing well this winter. If your plants need a boost, you can play my words of affirmation video for your plant, or maybe even for yourself. We'll do, I think the next update will be on the seed soil battle, in which I have another tray of experiments I'm going to share with you all. It's been very, very interesting. Talk to you then. Bye-bye.